Well, hey everyone, and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's dive into this 657th stream where we are going to be celebrating E3. It's E3 time, everybody. So it is awesome that you are here joining me. Hello to Harem Jakul Bun Bun. Thank you so much for being here. I am with some comfy head cans on and the comfy chair just to get settled in for this stream. Jiggle says, your boy got his old Switch stuff back. Nice. All right, right on. And hang on a second. I am a little thrown off. These don't sound like my earbuds used to. Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to try something. Rainbow Kappa TTV, welcome on in. Ooh, it's weird to have almost like noise canceling. So I just wanted to kind of get things set up for you this morning. I have been busy making some changes to the old overlays, etc., getting ready to celebrate what is kind of a tradition here of watching and reacting to E3 live and making sure that we have a nice, wholesome, positive room to chat. I like these better. I'm going to go with this. Is that a new subscriber? Welcome. My gosh, Harem. 34 months. Well, here goes 25 months sub streak, but 34 months altogether. Yay!
34 months altogether.
That is phenomenal, Harem. Thank you so much. Rainbow Kappa TTV says, I'm not used to seeing you so early. I'm not used to being here so early. Honestly, I'm still getting used to it right now. Definitely went live just a little earlier just to try and make sure I could get everything set up and that we'd be good to go. And I think so far things are looking good. Harem, thank you so much again. Seriously, if we could get some hype in the chat for our dear friend Harem, I'm gonna throw some Art of M cheers there, and oops, almost threw a couple of Art of M blushes in there, but we'll just stick to the cheers there. You can see I also have some, well, like the little emotes are flying around here, so I've kind of been working on some things. I've got a new shirt today. I'm hoping we're going to see some Zelda announcements today. That would be awesome. I do have the direct up behind me there, just on the TV here. You'll be able to see it live with me. I'm going to try and stream this in as best a quality as I can. I am on the 1080p quality setting, 30 frames per second. But I think that's a good compromise just to make sure that you see all of the text and things that are going to be displayed. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and just real quickly snap our fingers and take a look at what it'll look like potentially for us when we do this. So here we go. I think this looks pretty good. And you'll notice a slightly new overlay. And I wonder what your thoughts are. It's just a little bit different, but I think it's kind of cool. I worked on this. It's all custom, bespoke, and yeah, I'm hoping that you like it. Kreiser, hello. Kreiser's here. Hide your family. Oh no. Rainbow Kappa TTV says it's neat. Thank you so much. And I'm just kind of going to settle into things here. We are about 45 minutes away from the start of this. Anthony, hello. Kreiser says hello, everyone. Yes, we are about 45 minutes away from the start of the direct here. I wanted to make sure I went live early so that we could have no issues, no snags, all of that good stuff. Make sure that everything's looking good. Kreiser says, Waluigi, please. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say, my friend. And then let's see, hold on a second here. I'm going to just change something up real quick. And I did notice one other thing here. I was up way too late because I was so excited for today. And I was also trying to get all these things together for you. Still working on changes and improvements all the time. Memory Martin is here. Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. So I really love Nintendo's E3s lately. Even if they don't announce everything that I'm hoping for / expecting, I really do believe that they put on the best show. They just obviously do capture my imagination. I've always been a Nintendo fan. But that being said, they also just put on a good show. They know how to make a fun video, and they started this, bear in mind, before any of the other big companies started doing video streamed presentations. So back when you would still have to see a bunch of uh, various trailers just back to back on some of the other companies' E3 presentations, Nintendo is already putting on something that the general public would be a little more interested in. And growing up, E3 was all about the industry, not about the general public. But it did change in recent years, and E3 became, because people would hear about it and whatnot, this big event for video game enthusiasts. And now it's probably less for the industry, I think, than it's the time of year when you get all of the things announced. Does that make sense? So that's kind of the big change. I remember first learning about E3 way back when there was a Nintendo Power with an E3 advertisement in it, and apparently we're gonna do a stinger, and so it was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I have the Nintendo Power up there, and there was a chance to win a trip, and I thought that was so cool. I was really, I was pretty pumped, thinking, "Ooh, maybe I could win." I'm pretty sure I entered, did not win. Right? I've never been to E3, but maybe one of these days, when and if there are public passes, I might try to do it. Getting back to chat here, are you going to play anything before the direct? It's about a little less than 1 hour away. Rainbow Capity TV. I might play something prior to the direct starting. I thought we could kind of chat here. Anthony is here with the Pikachu emote. Thank you so much for being here. And Memory Martin says, Queasy. Harem says, I almost got a TMN t-shirt on Saturday, almost, and also an Avatar at The Last Airbender t-shirt. Nice. Mary Martin says, I'm at Moon's house right now. I'll be in hometown this week. I'll try to pop in whenever I can. We would love to have you whenever. That is always awesome. And shout outs to Memory Martin, a fantastic mod and friend. And that's about it. Oh my gosh, Memory Martin is talking shop with Kreiser. Oh, Kreiser. Family friendly. I prefer not to use that word in the chat. And we are, on that note, we are actually going to be attempting today. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry about that. We are going to be attempting today to make sure that we had a nice, really welcoming, wholesome. These definitions are confusing, Kreiser says. I will say this, Kreiser, and I forget where you're from. There are lots of places in the world where that particular word really doesn't hold any weight, but there are places where it does, and so and I happen to live in one of them, so that's why I try and limit that. Twitch being international does mean that not only, I mean, even within the United States, there's a lot of variants, but being that we're actually an international community here. Okay, you're from Chile. All right. That's what I thought you were. Yeah, I thought you were international. And in a lot of countries, like I said, that doesn't really mean anything. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I err on the side of just correcting it. And yeah, right. Chrysler, the other day I was talking with a friend about how the Bible's family friendly, and then it even has that word for donkey. Well, again, when we're talking about translations, etc. But hey, but yes. So yeah, I'm trying today to just make sure that we have a nice. It's fine. I'm a potty mouth, so I know I can slip. No worries. But yes, right now I allow him to say it on my channel. I won't say it out loud. Memory Martin says, I'll change it if I join Family Friendly Live. I mean, look, that's a thing, interestingly enough, we talked about last stream, I believe it was, where Beta 64 ran into the problem of different definitions of family friendly. So it's not even necessarily a definition of family friendly for me. It's more just my personal desires for the community and whatnot. Um, let's do a couple of things here because it has been a few minutes since we've gotten started here. We haven't really gotten started. We haven't really talked about anything. Let's first roll out. I'd love to hear what your thoughts for E3 are. Any predictions, any hopes, please throw it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and go to this screen here. Steel Games, welcome on in. Good morning to you. Whilst that is happening, I'm also going to pull up on my screen a couple of other pages here to review real quickly, because I do have a few announcements from E3 I've been keeping abreast of, and so let's take a look at that. So let's see. Crisis, I mean, I do warn everyone who shouts me out here and at Ori's because I'm branded on Twitch as mature. Exactly, Chrysler. No, that's perfect. Silversoft, how are you doing? So good to see you, my friend. A new friend of Mana, awesome. Thank you for being here. 10 minutes until E3 starts for the opening show, Harem says. Oh, we could possibly even go and look at that. I want to pull up a video here. I've got some different things. Let's see here. Intellivision, Amico. There was a really great Intellivision Amico announcement. I'm just going to pull that up so that we have it should we decide we want to do it. And then let's take a look here. Okay. So yeah, a couple of things I wanted to go over, and we'll take a look here right about now. Nah, that's not actually the one I want to see. Let's show that one. There we go. Mom of Mana's here. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, Mom? Yes. So this is the Nintendo event. Again, that's starting in about now 40 minutes, and it's going to run roughly 40 minutes. I don't know if you can see that there. It will be focused exclusively on Nintendo Switch software, mostly releasing in 2021, followed by around 3 hours of gameplay for a handful of Nintendo Switch games in the Nintendo Treehouse Live E3 2021, which is a pretty cool thing that Nintendo has been doing too. It's basically their version of live streams. But let's take a look real quick. Let's show another thing here. I want to point out this is the play date, okay? And this is a very cool new console coming out from the creators or the developers behind such titles as Untitled Goose Game. And it's a brand new, tiny handheld game system with a bunch of games that will come directly to the system via the internet to surprise you and delight you. There was a big event on June 8th where they actually gave an update. It was really cool. I'm going to ask you, would you rather kind of look at this and maybe a few other things, or would you rather I look and see if we can get a live feed for the E3 presentation thus far? Personally, I find that I'd rather just see the actual, announcements rather than necessarily kind of all the buildup around the E3. Personally, that's just where I'm at right now with it, but I'm open to it if you'd rather see something else. This device has a little crank. I don't know why things aren't loading on it. It's kind of weird. Huh. And now my cursor's stuck. What just happened here? What just happened? Come here. Come on. What okay. It's like now it's stuck. Hold on. What is going on? What? There we go. I don't know what's going on there. Like their website glitched, I think. But there it is. It has a crank. I can kind of move it around here. It's a a very unique little console. It's got a very nice looking, almost e-ink-esque screen, very clear and crisp, just two face buttons and a directional pad. But then that crank, which is going to be utilized for various games, it seems really cool. My friend and I want what to be streamed, Silver says. What is that? And Kreiser. Cursed by curiosity, you have been dinged to an eternity of glitches. And also, I said dinged. Harem needs to go grab a drink, no problem. Mary Martin says, hello, Mama Manna. Your son and I had so much fun celebrating my birthday the other night. Yes, indeed, indeed. I want to stream, Kreiser says. Weezlink, welcome on in. E-ink, that would be fantastic. No eye strain. Exactly, Kreiser. I can't remember if they actually officially said it was going to be e-ink or if it was something else or a variation, but that's something that I was very interested in. So it should be, it's like a variation, if I recall correctly. Really nice looking. It reminds me of this. Let me grab it real quick. It reminds me of what I was actually sharing before. This is the Ardu Boy, and this console here is really cool, and it's got just a itty bitty little power button there, but it's got a really great display too. It's definitely not like e-ink, but it's really clean and crisp, and it's black and white. I love this device. Like, I really think this is a fun gaming system, so I'm really excited to see what the play date is going to look like. So anyway, pre-orders are going to come soon. They said they aren't going to be selling out. They're instead going to keep production for demand, and they're just going to keep shipping as they have units to ship. So I think that is a great way to do it. Anyway, that's the play date. Let's move on to something else. This is Intellivision Amico's E3 presentation. Now, they got some prime time, and they were able to showcase a few games. And really, it was a showcase of Tommy Tallarico. Let's pop this in. It's about 10 minutes here. It's going to be a little loud. Hang on.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tallarico.
Or maybe
and
not.
What an honor it is for Intellivision to be a part of this year's E3. I want to personally thank the ESA
Can you hear that
for
okay?
having us be involved. And we have seen some incredible, incredible stuff. What a great time to be a gamer. I've been in the video game industry for over 32 years and have been a part of the creative teams that have made some of the greatest video games of all time, including things like Disney's Aladdin, Earthworm Jim, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Metroid Prime, Guitar Hero. I'm even the guy who did the oof sound for Roblox. Don't hate me.
Don't hate me, he says. So I love that right there. He's a Guinness World Record holder for working on the most games. That's Tommy Tallarico. I'm going to scrub ahead a little bit and just kind of give you a few little highlights I felt. Now, actually, I just saw it pop up right there. I'm going to show you this. This right here, I think, is where this video went right. Weezlink asks when the direct is supposed to start again. It is supposed to start in about a half an hour. So we're right now just kind of chatting about some other stuff before that begins, and then we'll dive right into the direct, watch it together, maybe even play some games and chat afterwards to see what people thought. This right here, this is very cool. I think Intellivision ended up doing what I had hoped they did, and even made a video of, even recorded a video for, didn't actually publish it. But what I was going to suggest to them is that they had been spending a lot of time in gaming communities such as, the real niche, Polygon, not even Polygon actually. That isn't as niche. Not even, and they weren't in like IGN, etc. until recently. They were even more niche. It was like podcasts and YouTube channels that you had to be really a retro fan for. And so it was pretty niche. And I think that their philosophy really matched that of the Wii. What they needed to do, I said in this video, was to reach out to families with casting a wide net. It's the blue ocean appeal of the Nintendo Wii. And finally, you can finally see they were showing examples of the console in action very much like the Nintendo Wii. And this is what I said they needed to do. They needed to show families use cases playing this console together. Now, if you don't know what this console is, this is a really unique little device in a lot of ways. And then in a lot of ways, it's very similar to the Nintendo Wii. I don't want to discredit it by just saying, "Hey, it's the Nintendo Wii repackaged." I don't want to do that. It is unique in a lot of ways. It has some kind of fancy controllers with gyroscopes and a capacitive touch screen. It has charging for the controllers built into the actual base station. RF for purchasing games, etc. Kind of neat little things like that. At the end of the day, it's almost a little bit Ouya-esque, if that makes any sense. But let's take a look. I'm going to run this in the background. Let me just kind of lower that audio a little bit more so that we don't get blasted out here. But they're showing like different party games, dice games, board games. The idea, the focus being that this device would be for parents. Here's a unique thing. You've got the dice rolling, blah, blah, blah. Boom, roll it right in there, and it shows up on the device itself. Now, I think that there we go. It was taking a second to kind of catch up. It was like buffering or something. What is going on? It's still kind of buffering. Hold on.
By the way, this is another game that comes free on every
Hold on. Why is it buffering? There we go. Let's try it again.
console. Now, our main
There we
disc
go.
is really unique as well. Most directional pads have 8 positions, up, down, left, rights, and the diagonals. It has 64 directions and touch sensitivity as well. So the harder I press down, it'll affect gameplay. Here's a feature I think a lot of gamers are gonna love. I can take my controller, I can go over your house, dock it in your system, and because it recognizes that it's my controller, we can now play all of my games that I own on your system at your house. As long
So that right there is the biggest, it's the Circle Pad 64, right, Chrysler? That right there to me is the biggest news. I really think it's cool that this system will allow you to bring your games, your digital games, to a friend's house. To this point, I don't know that there are a lot of other consoles or manufacturers doing anything quite like it. This is, right, bringing your digital content. Basically, bring your controller to your friend's house. If they have the system, you don't need to worry about bringing a cartridge. You don't need to worry about bringing your system. You don't need to worry about logging into your account on their device and downloading something. You just bring your controller, and it recognizes when you pair your controller with their console that there are additional games that that somebody in the room has access to, and boom, you can play it. Like, to me, that is the most consumer-friendly thing that we've seen in a long time, and it's that I would say is pretty revolutionary for a digital-based console. Now, they are going to have physical game cartridges as well, and I think that's going to be really cool. It looks like they're spending some time to kind of bring, like, it looks like maybe some little collector's editions with I'm guessing probably SD cards, and then really beautiful artwork on the box. I think that's pretty neat. So we'll see what happens there down the line. I will say this is where, unfortunately, they start talking about the games that are available, and it starts to fall apart for me a little bit. I'll get back into it. Here, let me show you. So
imagine where we take some of the greatest classic video games of all time, give them new graphics, new audio, add multiplayer and couch co-op. Some of the things we have, for example, 12 of the best games from Atari like Breakout, Asteroids, Tempest, Missile Command. We have games like Burger Time and Bump and Jump, and even some of the best in television games from the past.
So I do really think that the Retro Reimagined is going to be excellent. Now they're talking about edutainment games, etc. Chrysler's going to move to PC, no problem. Silver says, hello, I did not leave. I was just doing something. No worries. No worries.
games
And
that
thank
we've
you,
created
Harem,
a
for
lot of
mentioning
times
that to
around
Memory
how
Martin,
unique
that I
we
have been
control. Some of those
um,
games are
talking about
platformers like
this in the
Finnegan
past.
Fox,
And then, yeah, here's some
Rock Wall,
platformers, some unique games, etc.,
Space
puzzle
Strikers,
games, all kinds of stuff they're
Flying
showing.
Tigers.
But here's the thing.
And we even got the
Oh,
original Echo the Dolphin team to create our new title called Dolphin Quest.
okay. It's a new title called Dolphin
We
Quest, but
even
it's
taken
from the
more
same
modern
team that made the
gameplay and
original
added
Echo
some
the
interesting
Dolphin.
co-op
Now, there's
elements.
also going to be an
Things
Earthworm
like
Jim
Bridge of
coming for
Force
it.
Redux and
And
Duels,
that'll be
and
by some of
Dino
the original
Racing.
team as
Now, our
well.
sports and recreational category not
I
only has big sports
I
like Major
really
League
like
Baseball and soccer,
that they're
but
bringing
also
back a couple of
recreational
my,
sports like
well, Echo the
cornhole,
Dolphin is actually one of my
skiing,
favorite
pool,
franchises, even though
and
I've never
more.
played through all the
Now, our
games. It's
casual
just got
category
this
contains
charm
many
and
card
this
games,
atmosphere
dice games,
that I just
board games,
love.
card
Oh,
games,
Harem.
things like
No, Harem.
spades,
No worries.
emoji charades,
Emotes are
and even
fine.
award-winning
Emotes
board
are
games like
fine.
Blank Slate,
Uh, if
Telestrations,
it
and
becomes
Making Gold.
a ton of
Now, I've already
spam
mentioned some
for a
really great
long time,
partnerships and licensing with Major League
and that's all
Baseball
that
and
somebody's
Sesame
saying, and
Street,
it's
but
interrupting
we
the
have
chat.
even
No,
more,
but no, that's
including
Silver
things
is
like
great with
Mattel
those
on
emotes.
Wheels,
Show some hype,
Harlem
totally fine.
Globetrotters, and
Wi-Fi
Subway
is so
Surfers.
slow. Oh
We
no.
previously announced that we're bringing a
Um,
brand new exclusive Earthworm Jim game for
and
Nintendo
no worries,
Switch.
Harem.
And
I should
we
see what my
got the
uncle thinks
original
about this
team
console.
who's been
Yeah.
working on it. We
So
wanted
yeah,
to do something special
they did
and
also
we're
announce
giving
a
it
little
away
giveaway. They're
free
going to give a
with no
signed
strings. All of the
art
team
print
members
here
signed
from
it.
Earthworm Jim.
All you have
So
to
this
do is
console has a couple
email
of
PAL at
kind of neat. You can
intelligentgame.com
enter, by the
with
way,
the
with
subject
Groovy there.
line
A couple of neat
trophy.
things.
You have
I
till
don't
the
know
end of
why
June to do that, and
it's
then
like
we'll announce
my
three
computer
winners at
is
the end of the month.
struggling on this.
Well, thank you for spending a little
Hold on a
time with
second.
us here today. Hopefully, as you can
Let me do
see,
this.
our approach is a
Um,
little different than everything else that's out there.
Maybe if I
And
close that
we
down,
know
maybe.
view
There we
others
go.
as competition.
Um,
What we're doing to our
where this
achievements as
falls
well.
apart for
So
me a
who got
little
the
bit
highest score out of
is
any
that
of
the
the partners
games
in your
don't
country?
quite
We're
look
going to email
polished
you
to
a
me. They
Zoom
look a
link
lot
so you
like
can go
stuff
sign
you'd
up for
find
your
on the Ouya. Now,
membership.
except
Now,
for the
beyond
retro
that, these
reimagined, there's some really
are
beautiful stuff there.
areas where we
I mean,
really shine. In fact,
this here
all of
actually
our
looks pretty
games on
good,
our system
but the Fox
are
platforming game
games
I think
themselves.
looks
They all
fun.
have
I
to
would
be
definitely
super
be
fun
interested in playing. This would be one of the
and
games
that's
I would
where we
absolutely want to
really
play.
shine. In fact,
But I
all of
mean,
our
just kind
games
of
are
looking at it right
unique
now,
and
it
most
has that
important
sort
about the
of
video game
flash
industry are the
animation
games
look,
themselves.
which
They all have to
isn't
be
bad
super
necessarily,
fun
right? I don't
to
want
play.
to.
And that's
It,
where
it
we
is an art
really
style.
shine. In
For
fact,
some people
all
it
of
might
our
even be a
games on our
nostalgic look.
system are highly
Uh,
curated. All of
but I
them
mean, there's
contain
nothing
exclusive
necessarily that's
and
just blowing me
multi-player
away yet.
Whoa,
Titus,
thank you.
thank
How
you,
generous.
parts
thank you so
or
much.
contain expanded
Um,
content.
Thank you for those
Like
bits. I
Retro
really appreciate
Reimagined,
that.
we take some of the greatest classic video games
Uh,
of all time, give them new
yeah, no.
graphics, new art, and
This is
add
kind of where I'm
multiplayer
just.
co-op. Some of the things we have for
I'm
you
not
today:
sure
12
what
of the best
I'm
games
thinking
from
about this.
Atari,
Again, some of this
breakout
looks
action
beautiful. Some of
games,
it looks
Tempest,
very
Thistledown. We have games
generic.
like
But then
Barley
again,
Time and
games are
Bubble
not going to be more
Jump,
than
and
$10.
even
That's one
some
of
of
the
the
big things.
best
Every game is going to
television
be
games from the
10, or
past.
I think it's like $9 or
Now,
less. So that's
now,
pretty good. Silver
we have
asks what my
Racing.
favorite car is.
We have
Ooh,
edutainment
that's a
titles for kids
great
7 and
question.
under. Things like Sesame.
I I don't know that I can say a favorite car. Um, I like unique cars. I think the first car I was really interested in was the DeLorean. I thought that was a cool looking car. Obviously, Back to the Future inspired me on that one. Um, I I liked PT Cruisers when they came out. Um, I had a Ford Maverick for a while that was a lot of fun. Cool car, muscle car. I had a Jeep Comanche pickup truck that was nice with a gem top camper shell. Um, and I I do like sort of the Volkswagen Beetles. The newest uh, launch of them I think looks really good. Right now, I also saw a really nice Jeep that looked cool. But then, kind of smaller cars is where I currently have an interest. The Manamobile is a small sedan. I have an interest in things like the smart car or things like that as well. So yeah, Oh, Memory Martin says, speaking of cars, Popri got a new car yesterday. Not gonna lie, we had trouble trading in his old one, but we had 10 good years with it. Well, that's good. Oh, congratulations. That's always fun. Mama Mana has to head out off to breakfast. So long. Lots of exciting new stuff. Enjoy, everyone. Take care, Mom. Have a good one. How's everyone's internet? I did go to 1080p. Let me know if I should drop it to 720. My apologies if that is an issue for you. I can certainly try to drop it. This is something I wanted to share with you as well, friends. So this is the Wholesome Direct. Wholesome Direct 2021. Now, this was a new one for me. I don't recall seeing anything about this back in the day. This was a bunch of indie titles and things like that coming from, some developers that wanted to create games that were, I don't know that they're all E for everyone, but that are just kind of very, to borrow that maybe oft overused term, cozy. Here we go. Wholesome Direct is an independent volunteer run showcase organized by Wholesome Games to spotlight uplifting and thoughtful indie games. So there's an hour here of footage, etc. It was started on Twitter with indie game developer Matthew Taylor curating games according to their feelings of comfort, compassion, and coziness. Since then, the community has grown to more than 200,000 members across Twitter, Discord, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And they want to change how we think about which games are taken seriously. So, yeah, it's not about the darkest themes or grimmest depictions of life, but actually hopeful video games with rich storytelling, innovative gameplay, and beautiful art and sound. I love this, okay? I love this. This is definitely something I want to highlight for you, even if we don't really go. Oh, Silver Sauce says mine is buffering. Would you like me to swap everything to 720p? Would you like me to swap to 720p? Let me know, everybody. I'm gonna put a poll in here. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna make a poll. Poll. All right. And this is what we're gonna do. Poll. What would be better for you and your internet connection? And we're going to put down here, is it going to be drop stream to 720p, keep it at 1080p. There we go. Starting that poll. Please do take a moment and vote on that. I am very curious to know what you'd like. I would be happy to drop it to 720p. It does mean that things are going to get a little bit fuzzier, but I mean, yeah. If it means that people can actually see the stream a little bit more, I'm happy to do that. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to just take a quick moment, look at some of these. I mean, again, really some beautiful looking games. Again, I love the artwork, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, the difference between sort of some of the bland or somewhat uninspired art direction that you see, versus something like this. You can tell there's a lot of uniqueness and charm, and that there are some artists that are doing some great stuff on here. Not that I'm trying to take away from other games, etc., but this just oozes charm. There's some really cool looking games in here. I do want to highlight some of them. I'm not even sure all which ones, but okay, I'm getting, you know what? People are saying drop the stream to 720p. So friends, I'm going to do that. In order to do that, I believe I need to restart the stream. So hang tight for a moment. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. We're going to restart and we'll come right back, okay? So everybody, one moment. Part 2 will be happening in a second.